Hi everyone! Thanks for tuning in to my second Wow Me Wednesday video. And thanks to those of you who watched last week's video and for all the love and encouragement you gave me. I got a lot of great responses. Some people told me about how they use Amy Cuddy's power posing to build confidence before giving a presentation or going in for a job interview. So thanks for your feedback, and please continue giving it to me. Something I noticed rewatching my Wow Me Wednesday first video was that I tend to look up a lot when I'm thinking or when I'm giving my presentation. So no matter how many years of experience you have public speaking or speaking on camera, like I have several years of speaking on camera, I still notice little things that I can fix. So that's the beauty of recording yourself and rewatching it, because you're going to catch some idiosyncrasies and tics that you might do that you wouldn't have realized without watching yourself. So that's a bonus tip there. So on to the 4 tips to help you mentally prepare for a presentation or an on-camera interview or presentation. The first mental tip exercise that you can do to help manage your fear is to visualize your presentation. Albert Einstein is credited with saying that imagination is more important than knowledge. And I'd say he was a pretty accomplished guy, wouldn't you? He used visualization throughout his whole life. So think about your presentation, imagine it from beginning to end. Beginning, maybe you crack a joke and people are laughing. You're telling a heartwarming story, people are nodding and smiling, and at the end people are standing up and giving you a standing ovation for a job well done. So visualize your success throughout. And to piggyback on that tip number 2 is to reframe the questions in your mind. Instead of asking yourself, what if I mess up? Or what will happen if I forget my presentation? That's just going to increase your anxiety. Instead, reframe the questions and ask yourself, what if I knock it out of the park? Just like so many motivational speakers and bloggers nowadays are telling us about the power of positive thinking, same goes for preparing your mindset for speaking in front of an audience. Tip number 3 to manage your fear of public speaking when it comes to mental exercises you can do is to stop seeing your presentation as a performance, but more of a conversation. You're really not there to entertain a crowd when you're giving a presentation, but you're there to share important information with them. And so open your presentation up to conversation. When I give a presentation, I often walk around the room. I use the words you or you all to let the audience know I'm talking directly to them, make eye contact. And I also open up my presentation to questions from the audience throughout, not just at the end. I also pose questions to my audience. So it opens up the presentation to, again, being more conversational. That way they are relating to you and they're seeing your presentation as a very approachable and informational session in a way. So again, stop seeing your presentation as a performance, but more of a conversation. The last mental exercise that you can do to help manage your fear is to come to terms with audience expressions. Don't you hate it when you see someone in the audience on their phones or just giving you a blank stare? Well, don't take that to heart. Don't take it personally. Maybe if they're giving you a blank stare, maybe they're just concentrating on your message, and they may be more of an introvert, so they're not expressing themselves through their facial expressions. If they're on their phone, maybe they're taking notes on their phone. I do that sometimes. Also, when I do a presentation, I do find those people in the audience here and there, but instead of focusing on them, I find those people who are nodding and smiling and really listening intently. And so I tend to look at them more often to give me encouragement throughout my presentation. I still make eye contact with those people, or attempt to make eye contact and walk towards or near those people who I feel like are not necessarily paying as much attention. But again, don't take that to heart. So I hope those mental exercises will help you the next time you're preparing for a presentation or a job interview or an on-camera presentation or interview. And if you like what you hear, please follow me on my Facebook page, and also check out my website to check out my services, jessicachangconsulting.com. Stay tuned for the next Wow Me Wednesday, where I'm going to give you some tips on how to get your audience engaged, the whole what's in it for me mindset. I'll give you some exercises and some things to keep in mind that will help you be able to answer that question for your audience, to show them the benefits of your presentation. Thanks again for watching. Have a great week.